everybody, I'm Benson Hootie. Today, we're on the second channel today. So, usually you see me playing some game on here. This is usually bleepers on this channel. Today, Roblox ERLC updated for the St. Patrick update. And they added a couple things. They added a couple new things. I'm going to go over it here. So, obviously, if you can't already tell, they changed the lake and river to be bright green. Same with the little pond in that little park over there by Riverside Drive. They have added paint sprayers all around the map. So if you're on Civ Team, you can drive around and you can drive into these little spray painter things, and they will paint your car this bright green color that I have here. This is the 1 million likes car from the update a couple days ago. My other friend is in game right now. If you walk up to these little paint sprayers here, drive your car through them, and you click F on them, they will spray your car this very bright, ugly green, if in my opinion. And every couple of minutes, they will spawn a rainbow around the map. And it's not like a full arch rainbow; it's a half arch rainbow. So the one end of it will have a pot of gold on the end. And if you go to that pot of gold and you claim the pot of gold, you get $3,500. If you claim 4 of them, you'll get a grand prize of a 2-day XP boost. But the other thing is, I don't think this saves for when it comes to private servers, so you have to do this in public servers and fight against other people to get to the pot of gold. So I recommend having a fast and good car, if you will. So, yeah, there's paint sprayers all over the map. I found at least 4 so far. There's one on the highway down by the exit that I was just at, the one that I had showed you. There's one by the other highway exit. And then there's one on Riverside Drive. There's one in River City, in like that little alleyway there. There might be one in Springfield. I haven't been in Springfield yet. Here we go. There's one in Springfield in that alley. So yeah, I think there's only about one per city. I could be wrong. There might be multiple in River City, but from what I have seen here, there's only one here. I thought the car wash was one for a second there. I saw the little thingies there, but I don't know why this car keeps drifting. Its traction control keeps on turning itself off. Don't know why. But I've seen one in Springfield. There's probably one over here somewhere. I think I just saw it. I think I just saw it off to the right over here. Hold on. There might not be one over here. You could just go to Springfield. But yeah, there's the little fishing dock. You can see there the lake is green. You can see over here the river's green. This river and lake are green, which I'm not very against, but it looks very stupid. There's a rainbow there. There's your look at the rainbow that they've added. So if you collect 4 of the pots of gold, you will get a... I'm in my private server right now. You will get a 2 days of thing. So, they claim their pot of gold, you get $3,500. It says it in the top left. It pulls up the menu, and it will give you your info on how you've been doing. Here's another little sprayer. If they're off of the road like this, they change the white line there to be green, and then they add some red brakes and put it on green brakes and put it on top. But I don't think it's like bad. I just find it to be a little bit stupid, especially the one at the end of the highway by Landmark Bridge. Landmark Bridge is the big old red bridge. And there's another one over here. I don't know if there's any over here by the police station. I didn't see any last time I drove over here. There wasn't in the little suburbs town over there. But if you know the ERLC map, you know what I'm talking about, the Emergency Responsibility County map. I'm trying not to violate traffic laws here, but it's kind of difficult. So this is Freedom, and this is lovely old Freedom. We hate Freedom. I'm kidding. But you come over here, you come into the city here. It is this alley right here. There's the spray thing. Some servers might actually have issues with that because those people, they sometimes use that alley for things. I know that might ruin it, make it bad. I believe for the cities, they've kind of put them out of the way. so that they're not gonna be interrupting roleplays and stuff. River City, I would expect to have two of them because it's a bigger city compared to Springfield. I'm great at driving, trust me. It's a bigger city compared to Springfield, but I understand why they wouldn't have multiple in the city so that you can limit the amount of things that were happening. There's one right here, the tourist. Look at that. That's a very weird place for that. But I think my only issue that I'm going to complain about, my friend brought this up actually to me, Pop Water, he was just in game a couple seconds ago. He brought it up to me and he said, well, what if we have a bolo out for a vehicle? And the vehicle is like, but they have made it so you can just drive around the map as a civilian and change the color of your car whenever. I tested if you could do it while you're wanted, you can. So if there's a bolo out for your vehicle, you could just, and your car isn't already this color, you can just change the car to the color. And the bolo would be basically pointless because the bolo wouldn't be accurate. That's like my only like issue I think with this that I see is that people can use this to evade like having a bolo, which I think would be bad personally. But if you look here, they also updated the model of this. Instead of being a normal looking Corvette, they have made it so that it is this model. It's kind of like this one, the one I just showed you, the free one that everybody gets. But instead, it's changed to be more like the crazier package of it. The RZR, in real life, I believe it's called the LC. You've got a much flatter back. I will say that is my only issue with what they do to these cars. They always make the back of the vehicle so flat. I just don't like it. I dislike the idea of it. I like the cowl hood on this at least though. Like it shows the engine. They got the little bumper piece there. They've got the lights here. If you look at the turn signal there, that's the turn signal. You can look at your headlights still. But the other thing is that if you look at that car, when you look at that car, and then you look at this car. Also, if you despawn the vehicle, you will lose the color on the car. But if you look at this car, the back of this one's also not that flat though. This one's a little more rounded back there. But it still has the wing, it just doesn't have the crazy wing, and this one's just a normal Corvette. Just with a couple extra things for the 1,000,000 likes. But if you look at this, they don't have the little thing to look at the engine here. It's the attention to detail, it's the little details that make the car that much better. But the car's model, this model, is not bad because it doesn't have any like the stuff on the front. But that other model for the other Corvette that they had there was not that good. And on the map, you could see the lake and river are now green, along with the little pond over here that I was telling you about. That's also green to kind of just show you what it looks like on the map. I do dislike that green color. If they could make it a lighter color. Apparently that lake's also green as well. I didn't notice that one. But they could have made it a lighter color. I mean, when you look at the lake in the game, just here, it's the river, it's very green. It's like it's a very, very bright green. So to make it on the map such a dark green, that seems counterintuitive, to be honest. So, oh, I'm getting my car stuck here. But that is my personal opinion on this new update. I find that the sprayers were not necessary. They could have just put the car color. They could just put the color into the mod shop for a little bit for the time that St. Patrick's Day is happening. Same with the PRC's mindset's kind of like, let's add an update, but add useless things to the update so that we could say we did more. When all they did was add a color and a couple other things. Like they just added a new color and then they'll say, okay, let's add some things around the map so you can change your car color at the things around the map without having to go to a mod shop. It defeats the purpose of roleplay because this game is a roleplay game. It's meant for people to roleplay in. This server is literally an active roleplay server that I'm making with a friend. The game is meant to be a roleplay game. You're meant to be able to roleplay as like different things, like a cop, other things. If you defeat the purpose of that by simply adding a couple of car color changes, because as I said earlier, if you get a bolo on your vehicle, you can literally just go up to one of these car color changers. Like, let's say I have a bolo right now. I could drive around. I'll be driving around like, oh, I'm trying to evade the cops and stuff. I just drive on off over here, off the road, into Springfield, we'll say. Wherever you are, you will just be driving around. You'll be driving around and you'll be like, oh, there's a color changer here. Let's drive into it and change my color. Obviously, you do have to slow down your vehicle to do so. It does slow you down a little bit, so if you do have a helicopter, I wouldn't recommend doing that. But look at that. Now your car is green, and now their bolo is completely incorrect besides the car model or the license plate, unless you change that too. You could literally, you can change your license plate, though, too. Like, just because you have a bolo doesn't make you wanted. But, like, that's the thing, is, like, it defeats the entire purpose of a roleplay server, in my opinion. Because if somebody has a bolo out for their vehicle, and they're like, oh shoot, they have my car color too. So they'll be like, okay, let me go find one of them spray things around the map. So they'll go around the map and they'll change the color of their car. So the only partially correct thing is the vehicle model. Which is my one issue with that. It's like, why would you add something like that? You could have just added it to the simple. You could have just added to the simple old mod shop. Now, one thing I am going to look at is I just activated the 2x XP boost, if you did not notice. We're going to go into a tier 1 server, which things do save in the server. Things don't save in private servers. I want to see if that XP boost actually saved. That's what I want to see. Because if that XP boost actually saved, that's going to be a little bit concerning to me. The XP boost did not save. It's good. Thought they figured that one out, though. But I will say, public servers like this, people are going to be going frantic trying to find those pots of gold. Like, you can see people are speeding around the map right now. There's that person in their green Corvette. People are going to be speeding around the map trying to get these pots of gold, and it's going to cause issues. Along with roleplay servers, because the rainbows and the pots of gold will sometimes spawn in the road. So if the pot, I don't know if the pot of gold has collisions or not. If it doesn't, then great, that's fine. If it does, if it spawns in the middle of the road, somebody's in a pursuit, and they don't realize it, they're going to end up hitting that pot of gold, and it's going to ruin the pursuit. So if I go into the private server that I own here, if I go into the server, I want to know, I'm going to check the server settings. I want to see if you can turn the pots of gold off. If you can't, that's kind of annoying because, like, I actually don't know if they have collisions. I haven't tested that yet. That wasn't, like, my first idea when doing this. But, like, let's see if we could go into the server settings here. And let's see here. Let's go. Usually in the co-owner section is where you find it. Usually here is where you find it. So, drop cash on death, etc., etc. Like, you could see this stuff. Voice chat, band vehicle accessories, team balance, like. Like, there's all of these things that could have this stuff happen. Like, if they just added one little thing here at the bottom to change it, I wouldn't be too opposed to it. But since they didn't, it just defeats the entire purpose of this. I mean, come on here, people. Why would you want to do this? Why would you be role-playing in a server and collecting pots of gold? Because they don't save in private servers. So why would you be role-playing in a private server and then collecting pots of gold at the same time? There should be a way to turn it off, in my opinion. But this has been my review of the brand new ERLC update. It literally updated probably like 10-ish minutes ago, 20-ish, 30-ish minutes ago. So I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.